What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, so in this video, we're going to have Thor against Galactus. I realize I've already done a Thor versus Galactus video, but I haven't done one with this uniform, and also I have not done one with the CTP of Judgment on him. At least I don't think so, because I believe I only put the CTP of Judgment on him after this uniform was released. I could be wrong. Maybe I put that on earlier, but I could have sworn this was a kind of recent upgrade for Thor. But man, I cannot remember. My memory is shot. But anyway, today we're going to be taking Thor in against Galactus with the uniform, with the CGP of Judgment, and we'll see how he does. So here's the uniform. The uniform is sitting at Mythic. His Ice Await set. We do not have a fully awakened set, which I should probably work on that because Thor is really good with this uniform. So I definitely use him. And yeah, awakening the set would make sense. But anyway, we have a stage 6 right now, Power of Angry Hulk. His skills here, we have fully leveled up. His Urus, we have some Urus on him, some 5-star Urus here. Basically just crit damage Urus, because that was making quite a bit of difference in Null. It's actually having that crit damage. I was kind of surprised by it, because just adding what, like 15% crit damage improved my time by like 5 or 10 seconds or something around that area. So crit damage, actually really good. I mean, of course you would think crit damage is good, but for some reason I didn't think it was going to have as much of an impact as it was having, or that I was seeing basically. So yeah, that's what Thor is looking like here. Yeah, so there's all of his stats. I showed this off. So all that's left is to go ahead and see how he actually did against Galactus. So let's hop into the clip and see what Thor can do. Alright, so here we are loading into the fight. We have two random teammates here, one with just some level 60s and the other with full tier 3s. So I don't think either of them are really going to be doing much here because level 60s, well, they can't really do damage. And if someone uses all tier 3 characters, they're definitely compensating for something, so I don't think they're going to do much damage. So the team that we're using here for Thor is we have Medusa lead, just for the universal types, and then we have Wave there for her tier 2 passive, and I believe Wave was a bonus character, so that's why I decided to use her. Medusa, I think I just threw in because I just wanted a leadership, and she was the first one that I saw, so nothing in particular or special about that particular lead there. I believe she's a 42% lead for Universal, so I could get higher. We could do a lightning lead with Lincoln Cabell to get a little bit better, or we could just go with a 55% lead for the all attack. So there are a few other options to get a little bit more damage out of Thor here, but for the most part this is what we're working with. Yeah, so overall Thor has some great damage. I've already showcased him against Null, and he did very well against Null. He can actually take down Null, so he's a very strong character in terms of raw damage. And that will translate over here to Galactus, because Thor is actually going to be doing most of the damage here. Because like I mentioned earlier, level 60s aren't doing anything, and the full team of tier 3s, you can bet that he doesn't have any CTPs on, or he's just a newer character that's, or newer player, I mean, that's tier 3ing some characters, so he's just throwing in all of his tier 3 characters so that he doesn't get kicked from the lobby, which usually can do actually the opposite. If you put in a leadership and a support character next to your tier 3, even if your tier 3 isn't good, people are going to think that you have a good tier 3 and they'll probably start the match with you. Just a little tip there, but hopefully that doesn't follow through, and then we see all of these people doing that and then doing like no damage, so you're like, oh great, I got another dud here helping us out. That could make things a little difficult for testing characters. But I mean, I've had actually really good luck with finding strong teammates against Galactus. For the most part, I always seem to find one of the two teammates that have a very strong build on one of their characters and can usually do like more than half the damage pretty easily. So sometimes that makes it hard for me when I actually want to showcase a character and get a little bit of playtime in with them, because a nice sweet spot for fighting Galactus is if I can get around a 4-minute clear, because then that I don't really run out of stuff to say, so at least I can, you know, talk over it a little bit more effectively. It doesn't seem like it drags on, because once it starts going over 4 minutes, I don't know, I feel like it, I don't know, I kind of feel like I get tired of commentating after the 4 minutes, because only so much I can say. I mean, this is another fight against Galactus. Look at Thor go. He's taking on Galactus. Should I be talking a little bit more about Thor, maybe the rotation that I'm using. I have this HP of Judgment on, so I don't need to worry too much about a damage proc or, you know, much of a rotation, but I use 3, and I actually let him boom slam the hammer down there so I get the lightning, and then I just go 5, hold 4 for the accumulation there, and then we do 1, and then we do 3, 5, 2, or sometimes I do 2 after 4 just because there's a long downtime. And then when I have my accumulation up from the 4th skill, so if I see the 4th skill still on cooldown and on my tier 3 available, I try to just do 5 into tier 3, because activating that 5th skill right before the tier 3 actually increases my damage pretty noticeably. I don't think there's actually like a proc on the 5th skill that can increase for your next attack. I don't even think, did it have an all attack boost? It might have an all attack boost, but the accumulation's on the 4th skill, so it's definitely not that. But for some reason, I see a huge jump in my damage when I do 5 into tier 3, so definitely want to do that every time that you can. Alright, we're getting close here. There's a couple bars to go, and look at that, we're around the 4-minute mark, so that's perfect. There we go. Good job, Thor. Alright, what are we looking like for these numbers here? Yeah, we definitely got first, but by how much? Alright, 82%, 60 million damage in 4 minutes. So Thor can definitely solo Galactus here with this current team. It would probably just take him, what, an extra minute, I would say, to probably solo. So probably around 5 minutes, 10 seconds, 5 minutes, 20 seconds to get a full solo with Thor. So definitely happy about that. Again, I do have ACTP of Judgment on him, so keep that in mind. If you're rocking a regular damage proc, you might be a little bit short of what you're seeing here, even if you have similar cards to me and a similar like attack stat or build on Thor in terms of like your crit rate and crit damage. But yeah, overall, Thor, very strong character. I'm really happy with this uniform. I think it really helped Thor to become a more playable and desirable character to get. You know, he's always been a popular character, so people definitely want to get him just because of his popularity and who he is. But in terms of the game of being a strong character, this uniform definitely helped him out to make him more usable and a lot more content. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.